Alright,
And
they're off.
we are off to go.
So the start of the run, pretty straightforward. Just skip this cutscene, go through Cap Kingdom, fight the rabbit at the topper. And then
It's very
Cascade
nice. Sorry, go ahead.
Cascade Kingdom is when the run gets get interesting because we get to see skip that goes straight to the boss.
It's very nice to start this game without any worries about the cutscenes. You can straight up skip them.
Yeah, it's not like Sunshine. Both get pretty good movement up to Cappy.
Rolling is one of the best movement in a game. As you can see, you can keep the momentum while rolling, and when you really start your rolling, you can just keep your speed while running. Gives you lots of creativity options.
Yeah, Odyssey has some of the best movement I've seen in a Mario game since Days of Sunshine and 64. Up here, they're gonna get their first capture, frog.
But a surprise, fun fact is that you can skip the frog without ever capturing it.
Oh yeah, people have been working on doing a low capture of this game where you try to beat it without capturing, well, capturing as little enemies as possible. It's pretty cool.
It's definitely interesting. People have been looking for low capture stuff and being able to keep it the game with the lowest captures.
They're both fighting Copper here. It's an easy fight, even though it's gonna be messed up easily.
And that's pretty much Cascade Kingdom. Off to Cascade Kingdom.
Yeah, Kingdom looks easy, but it's very reset heavy once you start getting good times. $234 cap for IMtendo and 37 for Nerf.
Still looking at that Cascade Kingdom segment time, I see.
Sub 230 will happen soon.
Eventually it will happen.
People have been trying to optimize it for so long, just trying to get that.
And in a Cascade, we are getting our first moon in a game. It's not a star, not a sun sprite, it's a moon.
Out of many. 880 of these things. There's actually a way to skip the very first moon and get up to the boss, but unfortunately it doesn't do anything because the cutscene doesn't trigger when you land on the boss platform.
Yeah, it is very unfortunate. And you need a moon after all, so better not to skip it.
You can also skip this cutscene that introduces you to the Odyssey, but again, it doesn't do much. It is cool though, because the barrier that triggers the loading zone for the cutscene is huge. You have to really make your way around it.
And we are getting our dino to get us ourselves to Madame Prudel, is it?
Yes. And both runners seem to get it first try. Really
Very
good.
nice. Very nicely done.
Very reset heavy skip. Not as easy as it looks.
Definitely not.
Now for this fight, they want to the chain chomp while it's spinning when Madame Brood throws it, so that it can cancel the cycle, and they can capture it and just run away immediately, finishing her off. Pretty good cascade for both.
Definitely a good start for both of the runners. As we are about to get the Sand Kingdom very soon, do you wonder, are the runners gonna have different routes for Sand Kingdom, as it's a very big kingdom with many moons?
Yeah, Sand Kingdom changes routes all the time. this day, it's still getting new changes.
And the most recent one is like over a week old, 2 weeks old.
And it uses very stupid clip, in my opinion, that allows you to click through the Sphinx and get into its loading zone without having to answer its question. It saves quite a bit of time, but it's not really worth going for until you're up higher on the ranks.
In a tournament match, it will be really risky to go for, especially because it saves 6 seconds. But if you don't get it first try, nor second try, it will have been better just to not to clip at all. We'll see will the runners opt to go for it or just not opt to go for it since it's a tournament match. In any present speedrun, runners will be getting 124 moons, but that's not the amount of moons you want to get overall in one kingdom or so. In each kingdom, you have to get the certain amount of the moons. I believe it was 16 moons in Sand Kingdom. Then you can get to the next kingdom. Then in a lake, you have to get 10 moons, and so on. So any extra moon in the stages will be waste of time.
That's what makes any percent really interesting, because you just have to get a certain number of moons to leave the kingdom. You don't have to, like, you'll see in Sand Kingdom here, they won't go to the pyramid and fight the boss at all and restore peace to the kingdom.
That's right.
I guess we should mention how close their PBs are. IMtendo and Nerf Zero. IMtendo has a 110 and Nerf has a 112, almost a 111, so it'll be a pretty good race.
This will definitely be a good race to see. Nerf is opting... Sorry, go ahead.
IMtendo is getting the bird early, whereas Nerf Zero seems to be waiting on it, and he's going to get that in the Oasis at the very end.
Yeah, that is a broad difference there. Though with the Oasis, Nerf has to be a little bit careful with the cycle, since the bird is always in the same cycle, depending where do you leave in a Sand Kingdom. I assume he's leaving the Sphinx. Then the bird is gonna be in Oasis, and IMtendo is getting the really old moon in employees only.
Yeah, employees only was routed out a bit ago in replacement of another moon, but seems he just wants to go get it. It's actually the only moon where you go behind a shop, because that one is like, that shop has a glass barrier, so you can't get past it normally, whereas all the other ones you can just jump over the counter.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Alright, right here. Bro's gonna try to keep this bullet bill alive and break the boxes. You don't keep the bullet bill alive, you have to wait for it to respawn, which costs quite a bit of time.
Oh, it actually exploded, so he has to wait for a new one.
Yep.
It takes a little bit of time to make a new one respawn.
Yeah. And going back to the bird cycles, fortunately, and fortunately sometimes in this game, unlike the galaxies and sometimes Sunshine, when things are off screen, they still move, whereas in those games, if something is off screen, it doesn't move at all. So you can manipulate cycles pretty well in those games.
That is true.
Yeah, right here, you're going to be seeing route changes.
Yeah. Nerf is gonna go answer the Sphinx question and get the coins at the same time. Meanwhile, IMtendo has got the sinking sand, I think it's called, moon, and he's opting to skip the Sphinx instead. And here's one difference actually. Nerf has the coins, meanwhile IMtendo doesn't have, so there's also gonna be a route difference in a later of the game. What the coins are, they're gonna buy the moons in the Wooded Kingdom and Snow Kingdom.
Depending on how many coins you have, you either go to Snow Kingdom or Seaside after Metro Kingdom. If you don't have enough for snow, you go to Seaside first, because there's a moon there that gets you a lot of coins.
I think it was almost 50 coins you get in Seaside. So that's a good...
Yeah, it's really useful. Go there first.
It is.
And unless you're really good with coins and going fast at the same time, most runners who don't do the Sphinx, they go to Seaside first. Whereas everyone else does snow.
IMtendo took the another chest, which Nerf just skipped. And the chest, I think it gave you 50 coins, which is
Yes,
really good for IMtendo.
That bullet build tied to the Jackson Moon to get that treasure chest can be kind of finicky sometimes because Mario can wall slide on that wall sometimes and he'll just fall and you have to do it again. It wastes quite a bit of time.
It also doesn't waste quite a bit of time, but also the coins. You lose 10 coins if you die.
Not like all the other Mario games. Removed lives and replaced it with coins this time around.
IMtendo is on way back to Odyssey, and Nerf is getting his last moon, which is Notes.
Yeah, IMtendo. It looked like he was a bit behind in the beginning of Sand Kingdom because he got employees only, but their routes changed up a bit and forgot the Sphinx. That made IMtendo pull ahead. And now they're going to be heading off to Lake Kingdom, which is where it's one of the only kingdoms where we actually restore peace to, because the multi-moon there is really fast.
Yes, and it's the only multi-moon there.
Lake Kingdom is really short, by the way. It's like 3 minutes long.
It is 3 minutes long. It's one of the shortest kingdoms if you don't count Cloud Kingdom and Ruined. Well, Ruined is a little bit longer actually, even if it's just a boss fight.
Yeah. Ruin is basically just a boss fight. If you're running one of the other categories, you get a moon before that, but 90%, so it's just a boss. Alright, IMtendo got that triple jump pretty easily. It can sometimes screw you over and you'll land in the water, having to get back up there.
It is unfortunate if that happens. Luckily with a cap, if you use the motion controls, you can use that to make it hit the objects easier, even if it's just out of the way.
Yeah, the motion controls, despite being kind of overused in this game, they are very useful. Like, most of the any percent run, let alone all the other categories, you use motion controls 90% of the time, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. You use the motion controls to roll faster because timing the rolling is not gonna be that good with a control buttons. I mean, motion controls just makes it work every time. You have the best rolls then.
Alright, IMtendo got that cheap jump there. When you hit that flower with your cap, the game will lag a bit, which can cause you to drop an input, and that will make you fall into the water, and that loses a lot of time. Let's see if Nerf gets it.
IMtendo with a really good clean bite.
And Nerf gets the jump as well.
Very nice from Nerf.
See how this fight goes. This boss is really stupid. Especially when you fight him in Snow Kingdom. It can really not be a fun fight. So far,
Ice is making the difference there. And he got a really good fight.
Yeah. Now they're off to Wooded Kingdom. Another very long one. I believe you get 16 moons here as well. Wooded Kingdom is one of my favorites, though. The movement is very good. It also comes along with great music.
Yeah, it's very fun kingdom.
There is one section that not a lot of runners like, though, and that's the sewer pipes.
Yeah,
The
it's one of
button.
the toughest parts, especially if you want to do the ending fast, feed damage boost or not. We'll see will the
Oh
run
yeah.
what kind
I
of
guess we
strat
should.
runners are gonna use.
I guess we should mention. You want to take damage as little as possible in this run because every time you grab a moon, if you take damage, it shows the health bar regenerating, and that wastes 2 seconds. So you want to make sure not to take damage.
Not only that, taking damage is bad, the knockback is gonna lose you a little bit time. Then you just add that moon counter thing, like Otme said.
Alright, IMtendo got a really good bunny at the start. The bunnies in this game can control you a lot, but once you hit them with your hat, they only run a certain direction and they slow down, making them a lot easier to catch.
Knowing their pattern is good to know. We'll see how Nerf is doing, and he gets it fine. And he's interesting is that he's waiting for the moon, then he gets the rock then.
This is where we get our first moon from shopping. It's actually kind of cool how you can just buy moons because they're actually very fast compared to some others. And once you finish the game, you can actually buy as many moons as you want from any shop. Which makes it so this game has 880 unique moons, which are also known as missions by some people. But in total, you can have 999, and no more. At least in the Odyssey.
That's right.
Both runners are busting nuts right now.
IMtendo is gonna go to the red maze and most likely hitting the black first, then going to the super pipe.
How much does that save any time? Because I remember some people timed it and it is like 1 second faster or something.
I heard it being 1 second faster, and some people didn't like the climb, which is kinda interesting actually, because I never had the trouble with the climb.
Nerf is going straight to the pipes.
So he's gonna do the climb, meanwhile IMtendo after these 2 moves here, he will walk back.
It's a very frustrating section.
And here at the end, the bosses are in a really weird patterns. You can make that you can make it without taking damage, which would be the best possible scenario. Then you can do the damage boost where you guys just go through the fuzzy spot. It's still slightly slower because you have to watch for the moon to reveal your health, as mentioned earlier. Wouldn't is one of the kingdoms where you don't take the piece back. You bring peace with sand, snow, and seaside. And was more, I think, Luncheon.
Alright. Now, after this, you could either just take the grassy road up to the tower, or they can do a really stupid triple jump that saves like 2 seconds, and I don't think either of them will go for that because it's really annoying.
Yeah, IMtendo is not gonna go for it. It's very risky, as if you die you lose the coins, which will be really bad for IMtendo since he needs 100 coins for the snow.
Also, to save time with it, you have to set it up, which means you have to walk to the corner and then long jump and then do the triple jump. So it doesn't save them much time if you take too long to set it up.
There is right now no way faster way to do it with a roll cancelling, but it might take a little bit while to get used to it. Let's see, Nerf is going for it.
Oh, he gets it.
Very nice from Nerf.
He should save time with that because I don't think he took too long to set it up.
It wasn't that long taking up, so definitely saved a couple seconds.
IMtendo's going up to fight the Brutal now. Get the multi-moon, and then he'll leave immediately after.
During this fight, he could be hitting those rocks and get himself health. If he has full health, he's gonna get the coins from the heart. That will be good for the runners who are not going for Sphinx in sand.
And most of the bosses in this game can be manipulated very easily and defeated very fast. Like, right there, as you just saw, he jumped on Brutal's hat early, so he canceled the cycle of just spinning around and around.
Yeah, and just to note that the any percent run has fairly low amount of RNG, like it's like not significant at all.
Yeah, there is not much RNG at all in this game, period. Nerf took damage on the fight. That's unfortunate.
It is not so bad, since Multi-Moon is not gonna refill your health.
Yeah, multi-moons don't waste time if you take damage. Overall, pretty solid wooded from both.
Definitely good wooded. They are neck to each other, and going to Cloud Kingdom next, and crashing the party with Bowser.
Cloud Kingdom isn't too interesting. You just fight Bowser and punch him 3 times. There is a really risky strat that the world record holder Nedios does, where you can go behind Bowser's hats and then hit them as soon as he throws them, but it's a really risky strat. Not really worth going for.
It's risky because if you take damage and you try to hit the Bowser's hat, the Bowser's hat is just gonna go back to the Bowser because the game thinks that already you took damage, so it's gonna give the hat back to Bowser, which is feared. And you have to set up yourself in between the hats and the Bowser. There's some other way to that you can just take damage purposely, then hit the hat while it's in a mid-air or something. It's kinda hard to explain. I don't think IMtendo is going for it. He's just gonna do the safe strats.
So on these Bowser fights, what you have to do is you have to grab Bowser's hat and go up to him and punch him. And normally, you would grab his hat and he jumps around and creates lava shockwaves and throws rocks at you. But if you get close to him and then take the hat, you can actually get towards him before he jumps away. It's really useful.
Though you don't want to grab that. The thing is that if the cap, how can I say this? The hat can go back to Bowser if you hit the Bowser's hat way too close to him. So you want to make sure you're not way too close to the Bowser. Otherwise, he's gonna jump again and drop the hat again.
End up in Lost Kingdom because they skipped the cutscene, so you couldn't see that Bowser shot them down into Lost Kingdom. But the Odyssey is broken, so they have to get 10 moons to repair it. And Lost Kingdom has some very good moves.
Yeah, and it's one of the toughest ones. It's one mistake can lead to death.
Yeah, like that tree jump that IMtendo just did. If you mess that up in any way, you pretty much just die and it's run over.
That's right. And that's also a risky strat from IMtendo, but he managed to get it.
Yeah, I just saw that butterfly catch. That was really good. I've actually never seen that before. Normally, I would just walk on the ledge and then throw my hat.
Now they're on the other side of the Klepto, and we should probably talk about that bird. There is a trigger around the Klepto, and by triggering the Klepto cutscene, you go next to him. Then you're gonna keep the cap until you either leave the area or die, because the Klepto is gonna grab your head, but if you trigger the cutscene by going nearby the Klepto from that side where like Nerf is coming from, the game thinks that the Klepto has a hat, and it's not gonna bother to grab it, if I said it right.
I assume you were talking about the Klepto trigger.
I did.
I had to mute my mic for a bit. But yeah, basically, reason, I guess I'll just reiterate what Samu said. The reason they walk up to the bird and make him fly away is because if you stand in a certain spot, he'll take your hat and you have to go get him back. That wastes a lot of time. So they just trigger him early so that once you stand in that spot, he doesn't take Cappy.
Also, if you die and you trigger the Klepto cutscene already, you have to trigger it again, or the Klepto is just gonna take your hat. Dying resets it, shortly said.
Yeah, they actually get no checkpoints throughout Lost Kingdom, so once they die, they respawn right at the Odyssey. That can also be bad, because if you do death that's not intentional, then respawn at the Odyssey and you have to climb back up where Klepto was to trigger him again.
Luckily, the last moon in a Lost Kingdom, you can just die on it and respawn next to the Odyssey like Nerf did, and I assume IMtendo also did it. And IMtendo is in a rainy metro, which is tough part for most of the runners.
It's not very fun at all. It's very difficult to do this well.
It is very difficult, especially because of the hall climb.
Oh yeah, the City Hall climb give people a lot of trouble. There's so many different ways to do it. You can hop on the question mark blocks and then go up the wall and then make the first cycle, or you can do like a triple jump and get up there.
Or take the elevator. There's so many options for it.
Hopefully IMtendo gets early cycle here. Like he's going for the triple jump.
That's a tough one to pull out, and he gets it.
Yeah, nice. Other than making that cycle, City Hall isn't too bad. But immediately after that, we have.
Oh no, that's.
Oh no.
Unfortunate. It's weird. If you drop your hat and try to grab the ball, the game is not gonna allow you to grab the ball. It's gonna.
Yeah, it's
bad.
Very stupid how the ball. And Nerf falls down the girders. That's. Yeah, Rainy Metro is not being nice to either of these runners, unfortunately. It's just very hard to keep consistency on this part.
Definitely. It's one of the hardest points in a run, and IMtendo just got the tough gap jump there. It's actually really scary to pull out, because if you fail it, you fall all the way down and there's no way to back it up. You have to climb up again.
And now it's time for quite possibly the hardest boss fight in this game. Or the most annoying, that is.
Mecha Vehicular is interesting. You can choose cycle it, but as far as I know, it has somewhat RNG included.
The way
RNG
it
stands for
way it moves when you start the second cycle is RNG, I'm pretty sure. Like it's pattern.
Isn't the stopping also RNG?
I think just its position is RNG, or when it comes out. Might be could be something else though.
We'll see how IMtendo is gonna handle the Mecha Vehicular.
If you miss the 2-cycle here, it loses a lot of time, because he has to go in, charge at you, come out, and then you have to shoot him again. Hopefully he gets a 2-cycle.
He's shooting lots of dots. That's
Uh-oh.
That's gonna be close. He gets it.
He gets
nice one. He wouldn't have wasted probably 20 seconds just to go for an extra cycle. That was very nice for IMtendo to save it.
Oh, let's see how Nerf pulls out. After Nighttime Metro, we go into the more calm daytime part of Metro, which has some of my favorite movement in the game. Because you get a lot of moons in this part. And it also has the biggest meme of the game.
So that's why they reply. Nerf getting 2 cycle, very nicely done.
Very good 2 cycle.
Hitting all those body parts and getting the three in a one shot, very nice.
Yeah, you want to make sure you shoot relatively slow when the Mecha Wiggler's coming by, because if you shoot too fast, after 6 shots, the tank will have to reload, and that really mess you up.
I think it's reloading because you shoot too fast, but I might be wrong.
IMtendo is struggling a bit with the RC car.
The RC car.
I guess one strat that we should go over at the very start of Daytime Metro, Nerf's gonna do it, and IMtendo already did it. What they're gonna do is they're going to throw their hat, just not enough to hit the electric wire, and he's gonna get the moon, and then use the homing attack to hit the electric wire. Or maybe not, since he might be going for it.
I think he messed up the setup, so he just wanted to get the moon instead of trying to set it up.
Nerf getting a really good RC car.
Very nice.
Also, shoutouts to them getting a moon at the exact same time. Now, IMtendo's gonna make his way to the very top of this building, and then jump down to the pool, and then further down to the cafe. It's crazy how much height you can get in Metro Kingdom, just because of the tall buildings.
It is, yeah. Fun fact about those boxes, Nerf just broke. The top left box you can just break with a 1 shot, but the right side of the box you have to break with a 2 shots. 2 hits from a cappy.
And they're gonna make use of warp feature to go to the top of the building. IMtendo is having a pretty solid Metro so far. Now, after the cafe, they're going to go into the crowd, which is... It can be kind of iffy once you hit that switch and you have to roll towards the moon, but as long as you just hug the wall, you won't get slowed down by any of the people.
Yeah, those guys might be on your way a little bit too much if you're coming from the middle.
Now he's going to grab this moon, and then he's going to talk to Pauline to spawn the musicians for the band so he can grab their moons. And despite them having relatively long cutscenes, because you have to talk to them and then get the moon, they're actually faster than some other moons in Metro.
And soon there's gonna be bassist. Probably everyone's favorite meme in this game.
Coming up soon for IMtendo. Herb still has it now. Alright, he gets the robot moon, and then he talks to this guy. OTEP.
OTEP.
OTEP, yay.
And
And then
I
that's
assume...
see it. That's the end. Intro.
Now, since IMtendo doesn't have that many coins, I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for Seaside first. Meanwhile, Nerf has enough coins for Snow.
Yes, more than enough. He has 197. Actually, ridiculous how much time, well, how many coins the Sphinx gets you.
Yeah, just from one of the sides, you can just get close to 200, and that's enough for the rest of the run.
Nerf got his OTEP. Okay, IMtendo didn't hit Snow by accident, and he is going to Seaside. Now, unfortunately, since their routes are different, it will seem like one of them is super far ahead of the other for a good amount of time, but once they meet up in Luncheon Kingdom, it'll be accurate to compare the two.
That's right. We're just gonna see two different stages at the same time. Seaside and Snow.
Both are pretty solid kingdoms. I prefer Snow a lot to Seaside, but
I'm
Seaside is
backwards.
good too.
I'm backwards. I prefer Seaside.
Hopefully IMtendo doesn't mess up this next moon too much. You can
This cave moon can be a little bit trouble.
it can be a lot of trouble, yeah.
Normally you would have to use a squid enemy to get here. But since it's a little bit
you can
far
just get it
away,
with them.
since it's a little bit far away, you can just use a gap jumps. And Nerf is talking to Toad behind the Snow.
I believe that's the only Captain Toad moon we get in any percent.
It is actually.
Unfortunately, at the very start of Snow Kingdom, there's a huge blizzard, so if you don't know where exactly Captain Toad is, getting to him can be kind of a struggle. I guess we should mention the somewhat relatively known clip now in Snow Kingdom. You can actually get to the multi-moon place early in Snow Kingdom by doing an instant roll cancel, which is also used to get inside the pyramid early in Sand Kingdom. And what that does, specifically the Snow one, it skips the cutscene that you get for opening each door for the 4 rooms, also skips a boss fight, and collecting 5 moon shards, so it saves a lot of time in quicker side.
And that known clip is used in any present round for Golden Sphinx clip, but it saves 6 seconds and it's relatively hard to pull out.
Okay, right, Nerf got that long jump from the bridge. Some runners do that, and some others just roll towards the Snow intended way, but if you get that long jump, I think you save a bit of time.
I think it's the same speed, so I never personally go for it. But it should be done.
This poison room is pretty stupid. The wind guys can push you off at some points and just mess up your whole movement.
IMtendo is done with Seaside, meanwhile Nerf is still in Snow. Snow is a little bit longer kingdom than Seaside, even though you get 10 moons in both of the kingdoms.
Right. Okay, he didn't fall off after hitting the spinies. Yeah, Snow is longer than Seaside, despite, as Samu said, getting 10 moons each because of these cutscenes. Now he's going to enter this room, which can also be pretty dumb because of the Goombas.
And the ice. Very nice physics. You need all of the Goombas here, all 4, to hit the switch and get the moon behind the wall, ice wall.
IMtendo is now starting Snow Kingdom. I wasn't paying much attention to Seaside, but it seemed like it went pretty well.
It was fairly decent, and he has enough coins to buy the moon in the Snow Kingdom.
Alright, let's hope Sheriff gets this long jump. Alright, he does. If you want to be safer on that long jump, you can just do it from the platform after that. But you can still make it from the one before. It's just riskier. Now IMtendo entering the town, and Nerf should be leaving Snow eventually. Once he
Nerf
gets
is
this
gonna
next
go
one.
to that room that has the boss, but he's gonna take the secret moon instead, then warp back to Odyssey, and he's done with Snow.
Yeah, we're just glad we don't fight the boss here, because it's a very annoying boss.
Bosses are slow, and it also gives the cutscene for the moon.
Some bosses aren't slow, but most of them are. Alright, IMtendo didn't get messed up by the bridge. That bridge can actually act as a ceiling sometimes, so when Mario wall kicks, he doesn't actually go up, so you can just fall straight down.
It's the certain part of the fence that acts as a ceiling. I think it's the middle part of the whole fence area, so you want to be below the fence in a dark spots, so you wouldn't bonk.
Alright, Nerf heading off the Seaside now. And then once both of them finish their respective kingdom... Whoa! I just saw IMtendo get that boost.
Very nice triple jump there.
But yeah, as I was saying, once both of them finish their respective kingdoms, they will meet up in Luncheon Kingdom. So the routes will be back to normal.
Luncheon Kingdom is one of the tallest kingdoms with Lost and Metro, personally, I think.
Yeah, it can in your entire run because of how long it is and how hard some of the moons are. IMtendo heading into the Ice Cream room now. Now Nerf is going to the Jetstream moon inside the cave. Hopefully he does it a bit better than IMtendo. Because IMtendo had to struggle here a bit, unfortunately.
He has to get the wall jump there. He missed it a little bit. Kinda unfortunate, but he got it now. Second try.
Alright, very nice.
Fun fact about getting the moon. When you get a moon and you have used your cap jump, the moon is gonna refresh your cap jump and you can do it again.
Oh yeah, that's very nice, because it makes a movement a lot easier. If you're practicing and you've already gotten a certain moon, it doesn't refresh your cap jump once you grab it, so if you're trying to practice specific movement, it doesn't let you if you've already gotten the moon.
That is correct.
But luckily this game has 5 save files, so you can just copy them and then practice on those. And once you've gotten the moons you want to get, you can just refresh the file and get them again. So practice in this game is very efficient. It's a lot easier than the previous 4 3D Mario games.
IMtendo is done with Snow. Nerf still has 5 moons to collect in Seaside. And they're gonna meet up in Luncheon within 30 to 40 seconds within each other.
Yeah, IMtendo's got quite the lead right now, but anything can happen in Luncheon and Bowser's Kingdom.
Those two kingdoms are kinda tough, especially since they're in the endgame too.
Yeah. There's one boss fight in Bowser's Kingdom that can easily just kill your run, especially if you're nervous and on good pace.
That fight can decide the race. It's gonna be tough. But not only those, but Luncheon has that the lava is magma is lava and it will hurt you. If you
Oh,
get
yeah.
stuck on it, you have to just die. Depending where you die, of course. Hopefully the runners are not gonna die at all, since a dead in Luncheon is a big time loss. Very
Alright,
nice cap
IMtendo.
jump from IMtendo.
Yeah. Normally, some runners would do a triple jump to get up there. It makes it a lot easier, but a ground pound jump is faster, but also a lot riskier.
Triple jump gives you a little bit more hate.
And now IMtendo is going to go fight the Brutal in this kingdom. It's just a rematch against the one from Wooded, so it's not anything special.
You're gonna be getting the multi-moon here in any present round. Though, to activate the meat, you have to bike the Brutal and get the another moon story related under the cheese rock. Otherwise, the meat is not gonna be active there in a respective spot.
Yeah, you can go all the way up to the meat plateau, but unfortunately you can't capture it. Alright, very nice jump from Nerf. Also got the ground pound jump.
Yes, that is very nice. Getting first try is really important. Since the bonk, actually, we haven't talked about the bonks, but the bonks hurts in this game.
Bonks are awful. They lose you so much time compared to other games. I think, depending on where you bonked, you can lose 2 to 5 seconds just from bonking on the wall.
Yeah, and that's just the one bonk.
And hitting enemies also is a bonk, but it's even worse because you take damage.
And as taking damage, we were talking about, you have to refill, the moon is gonna refill you. Oh, I'm dead.
Oh no!
That is a big time loss for him. He will respawn next to the cap door.
That's unfortunate because that movement was also very good. He was rolling on those hills relatively well.
Yeah, it is very risky, but it looked nice.
Alright, luckily he made it up.
He made it up there.
That's one moon that not a lot of players would probably find casually, just because it's such an obscure place, and you have to ground pound to find it.
It can be hard to see it, especially because Luncheon's background, the stakes design is kinda colorful.
One strat that IMtendo just did there, use the homing attack from Cappy to hit that crate. If you stand in a certain spot, Cappy will go straight down and hit the box. You don't have to directly next to it.
Now I gotta to ask, what do you think the runners are gonna go for? The Magma Captor or Fork Captor?
I'm gonna say Nerf will go for Forks, and IMtendo will go for the Magma. Both relatively the same speed, right?
They're the same speed, both of them. I heard that Fork will be faster if you just can't do it fast, but since it recovers motion controls, it can be tough to make it look fast. We'll see what IMtendo wants. He wants to do Magma.
I'm correct. He didn't take the jump first try. There is really specific cycle you can make if you go really fast with the lava bubble, but it's really specific because you have to get a certain jump to make it up the next magma platform.
Actually, it's about the camera. The camera makes you that the bubble is not moving until you're seeing it in the screen.
Oh, it's not okay.
And Nerf
yeah,
is
I actually didn't know it's relying on the camera.
Nerf is going for the Magma too, so no Pork room, unfortunately.
Works. I'm very glad Nerf killed that Goomba because I don't like him.
The Goomba is on the way, always there. I'm then though getting that moon that is recovered, so you can get the meat.
the best capture in the game.
You can be a meat, guys.
A lot of people think the bird is the best. No, it's the... Alright, IMtendo didn't get that early capture. If you skip the cutscene fast enough and then get to that lava bubble, you can capture him on his first cycle. Now coming up is a pretty difficult secret if you don't know how the lava bubble movement works. So it can end the entire run if you mess it up just a little bit. Alright, pretty good so far from IMtendo.
That is very risky strat, but it worked out for IMtendo.
Yeah, if you're not comfortable with the lava bubbles, you can just do the forks and you won't lose that much time. Well, they're the same speed, so you won't lose time.
Another way with the magma room is that you're not gonna jump on that moving platform. You can just do the big jump and leave the bubble early and take the intentional damage. But then, like Nerf is doing, he's gonna take damage and he has to watch the cutscene to refill himself. And IMtendo is a meat.
He's the meat. Then he gets picked up by the bird, and Multi-Moon is just right there.
Very free multi-moon, that's why it's picked up in this route.
Now, they give you that multi-moon pretty easily because after you get that, the bird kicks you off of the big pot and you have to go up and fight him to get another one. That's why that one is so easy.
Also, it changes the stage a little bit. As
oh yeah, there's like cannons everywhere that you can use.
Even the Nerf is meat. Nerf is meat. Did I say it right? Yeah.
Alright. Pretty solid luncheon from both players.
Next up is Luncheon Kingdom. Or should we say Dark Souls?
Dark Souls.
That was my first thought when I saw the kingdom.
Yeah, I actually didn't relate that to Dark Souls at all, but it's a pretty out of place fight for a Mario game. Just say that.
It was a very surprising, I have to say too.
Now in that cutscene, Bowser shoots the Odyssey down with his dragon. So that's why the Odyssey is broken when you get to Ruined Kingdom.
Yes, and you need three moons to fix it, and the fight is gonna give you the multi-moon. The fight itself, it's just an auto-scroller, but when you have to hit those balls down from the dragon's head, then you have to ground pound. That can lose you or save you a little bit time, depending how you do them.
Now you're gonna see IMtendo's getting all these hearts because he's going to, well, not take damage there, but once he jumps up on the dragon's head, he's going to take intentional damage so that he can just get the hearts after he hits the dragon. So, basically just damage boost for this fight, and it makes it a lot faster.
Saves a little bit time, so you don't have to wait for the shockwaves. And you have the eye frames on, invisibility frames when you take damage.
Seems like Nerf is also going to be doing a damage boost. Before we did the damage boost, we would just avoid the shockwaves, and then once the dragon is about to stop electrocuting, we would triple jump on top and then start hitting him.
And then they're taking damage there, so he's not gonna be able to get there in time for damage boost, which is, it's fine.
Still a pretty good fight.
Still a good fight. As it's all the scroller, there's not much you can do too fast, just damage boost. After Ruined Kingdom is Bowser's Kingdom.
Pretty much one of the biggest run killer of the entire run.
Especially because of the one boss fight which is coming up in the end of the kingdom.
Well, there's 3 boss fights there, but one you're referring to, yes, is the big run killer. You fight 2 Brutals, and then you fight a giant mech that they're in, which is the run killer.
2 of the Brutals are purple and green. The Topper and Harriet, I think people are saying, but I always refer them as their colors.
Hopper is the most difficult one for most runners. Harriet isn't that bad, but Topper can really mess up the run.
Did you say Hopper or Topper?
Topper.
Topper, okay.
The game never tells you their names until you get to Darkside and read the brochure by going into the menu, which is really stupid.
Oh, so that's where people got their name.
Yeah, for like the first 2 weeks, people just called them by random names.
I always call them with their colors. And IMtendo is in a Bowser's Kingdom. Pokio was it called? That bird name.
Everyone just calls it the bird, but its name is Pokio.
Bowser Kingdom has fairly solid movement overall and risky strats there here and there.
Yeah, it's a very difficult kingdom when going fast.
And as said before, this kingdom might decide who's gonna be in the lead.
Not too far apart, so it can be pretty close when it comes to this kingdom. And this isn't the only decider. Moon Kingdom, at the very end, could also decide everything with the big skip at the start.
That's true.
I'm sure both of these runners can handle doing it, though.
I'm fairly sure they're comfortable at doing it. And back to Bowser's Kingdom. You have to take the moon charge, then the very first moon from the Womp, I think, the rock guy. You have to take those so the electric fire is gonna spawn.
Yeah, you can get past the doors, but unfortunately the electric wire is not there, so you can't skip anything. IMtendo's struggling a bit there with the moon shard.
Oh, and he took damage, so next time he takes the moon, which is gonna be this moon behind the rocks, or the blocks, he's gonna have to have the 2-second cutscene. It doesn't sound much, but if you take damage a little bit too much before the moons, that can add up.
Yeah, you can lose a lot of time because 2 seconds from damage adds up a lot. Nerf doing some different movement from IMtendo on this part.
It's very interesting that Moon Charge has quite a few different routes. Also, why IMtendo took that one extra moon there is necessary? Necessary? It is actually necessary. You need 2 extra moons after you have beaten every store events in this kingdom.
Yeah, there's 3 event moons plus the multi-moon, but you still need 2 more to get the moon. So Bowser's Kingdom isn't as short as people think it is because you only get 8 moons, but there's a lot of cutscenes, so it's about 9 to 10 minutes long.
And 3 boss fights. IMtendo going for Harriet, also known as Purple Brutal Burst.
Yeah, these fights, it doesn't matter which one you do first, because you just have to do the other anyway, so it doesn't lose time. It's really just preference. I see a lot of people do Topper first because he's harder.
I personally threw Topper first too. Harriet can be tough to get it fast. She's gonna drop you two bombs, and you have to a little bit unuse the camera if you want to hit the bomb immediately. Nerf is doing Topper, and we'll see how he's gonna handle it. He has to jump on the cap as soon as he transforms to the cap, so he represses the cycle. That was very
Very
nice.
good. Very good
Very
Topper.
nice. IMtendo took some damage. That's unfortunate, and we'll see. Yeah, as he took damage, just a little bit time loss in a moon god cutscene.
Now Nerf has to fight Harriet, so IMtendo still has a bit of a lead on him.
It will all come down to the next boss fight, Mecha Brutal.
The movement before the fight is also pretty difficult. Very easy to die.
Yes, as there's kind of risky strats. But I'm fairly sure IMtendo is opting to not go for the very risky strats. That saves just a second or two.
Very good Harriet fight by Nerf. Didn't miss any of the bombs.
Very nice movement from IMtendo. Now he's climbing up with Tokyo.
Yeah, this is the final Pokio climb. It's not too terrible. IMtendo's struggling a bit, but the walls can be a bit finicky. Alright, now he's entering the penultimate boss.
Now this is the run killer, if anything.
He's gonna... If you were here before the run started, he was practicing this fight a lot, so hopefully he does well on it.
He's going for the birthless strat where he lands on the leg, then ground pounds to get a ground pound jump and the cap jump to hit one of the brutals.
I know
We'll see is Nerf
you do
gonna do it or not.
SMO, I know you do backflip strats and like crouch on the mech. How risky or safe is that strat compared to ground pounding?
I personally found backflip much safer for myself to use, since when I tried to do the ground pound, I never landed myself on the leg. I always dropped down.
Yeah,
It's personal preference, as always.
yeah, it doesn't seem to lose any time. Nerf also entering the fight.
Nerf is also going for the birthless, and he's also doing the ground pound jump.
Okay, he got it.
Meanwhile, IMtendo is done with Mecha Brutal.
Very good fight by IMtendo.
Very nice.
It's always satisfying to get a perfect fight there. Alright, Nerf just has 2 more hits left. Now, unfortunately, when the mech starts running super fast and his legs turn rainbow, you can't hit any of the brutals on it because I'm pretty sure it's invincible.
Yeah, the mecha is invisible until it stops, and as soon as the mecha starts moving,
that was
Nerf
very
got
close.
it. He got it. Nerf got a good brutal bike. Nicely done.
That was a very close third hit, though. He almost fell off. What people used to do for that third hit is you would wait for the mech to spin and then stomp on the ground 5 times and then hit the brutal. You can hit it early before it starts spinning, but it's very risky. If you time it too late or too early, you'll fall off and you'll have to use the bird to get back.
Yeah, and that loses you a little bit of time. You have to wait for a bird to come to you, then you have to climb up. And if you don't get to climb up as soon as before the mecha starts moving, you have to wait for it to stop so you can climb up.
Alright, IMtendo with 124 moons, and he's heading up to the moon.
the last kingdom.
It's not as difficult as it used to be because back when the game was first being like developed, we didn't understand how the skip here worked very well, but now it's a lot more understood. It's a lot easier.
And the skip Otme is talking about is Mooncave skip that skips the whole Mooncave section. That lasts
it saves about 4 minutes.
Yeah, it saves a good few minutes.
Because I believe part of it is an auto scroller, and you also have a rematch with Madame Brood at the very end of it. And
Then
it's
after
just a
that-
very long level.
Yeah, and then after Madame Prudal, you're in the top of the cave.
See if IMtendo does the double flower strat. You can grab 2 of these flowers and get more speed for a longer amount of time. And it saves about a second.
He got the both of the flowers.
Nice. Alright, let's see how he does here.
That seems a little bit too much left. He noticed it, so he's gonna redo. There is a certain spot on a wall where you want to wall jump to get the second wall jump
Alright.
to work.
Second try. Still very good.
Very nice. Second
Still
try.
has the lead, but anything can happen on these next sections. Either of these runners could go for the infamous 2D skip when it's just a shortcut. Careful and going for 1+.
The shortcut that saves 2 seconds. But the risk is death.
Yeah, if you get it, it saves 2 seconds, and if you fail it, you die and you lose about 20 to 40 seconds, I think.
I think it's 30 seconds, but it's a time loss that can change the race if IMtendo is gonna go for it.
Right now, IMtendo and soon Nerf will be fighting Bowser. And it's not a very difficult fight, it's just more enhanced version of the one from Cloud Kingdom. But just like Cloud Kingdom, if you get too close to Bowser, he'll jump away and Nintendo missed the hat. Okay,
That's
good.
fine, since he didn't take damage. If he took damage, the cap would have went back to Bowser immediately.
Yeah, if you miss the hat, it could just spin around for a while and chase it down. It loses quite a bit of time. Now, Bowser's fire hitbox here is ridiculous. Like, it seems huge, and it's very easy to get hit by as Nintendo just got hit, but it's very easy to dodge.
Oh, IMtendo took it really far, so that's what's gonna happen if you grab the cap way too far from the Bowser.
The race has come a lot closer now. I think that loses about 5 seconds.
Something like that.
Alright, IMtendo is heading into the escape now, where we get to actually be Bowser.
Also, there's gonna be some good music in the end.
Oh yeah, the music at the end of this is very good. The anime song, as everyone calls it.
The anime. So what do you think? Is IMtendo gonna go for the 2D shortcut or skip?
Considering his lead, I don't think he's gonna risk it.
I wouldn't risk it myself either. Especially since the skip results are dead if you fail it.
Alright, he's heading in. See.
He's not gonna go for it.
Okay, going.
But it's still scary because if you miss time some parts of the 2D section, you might die.
Shoutouts to Pants. Died on 2D section on world record pace. Alright, IMtendo made it through, and Nerf is just now entering the 2D section. Let's see if he goes for the shortcut.
He's not going for it.
That was some interesting movement. Alright, IMtendo's going to the left here. What he does is he breaks, or at least he tries to break one of the blocks early, then he goes to the left. It saves about, I don't know how much time it saves, but it doesn't seem to be much.
Actually, you don't want to break the first pillar first in the right side. You want to damage it so you have one hit left, so you can just drop the fireball at it and go to the straight to the middle. Like IMtendo just did.
Alright. Okay, IMtendo coming up on time. Looks like he's gonna get a 110. Very good time for a race.
It is a very, very good time for a race. Nerf going from the right side of the pillars.
110.48.
IMtendo
Right.
finishing with 1 hour 10 minutes 48 seconds.
Very good time for a race. Now we just gotta wait on Nerf. I think this is PB base for Nerf actually. Because he has a 112.07 and it looks like he's on 111 pace.
It seems like he's in a PvP base if he has 112.
Alright. 111.31 for Nerf. That's a 30-second PB for him, I'm pretty sure. So congrats to him.
Congrats.
Congrats to IMtendo on winning this race and Nerf on his PB. Very good runners. Follow both of them. IMtendo was the most dominant player in this game for at least the first 2 weeks of it. And he's still very good to this day. Alright, that's it for us. Thanks for watching, guys. Follow Samurai Man. He's also very good at this game.
Also, Volo Adme, he's fairly good too. And Vol of the Runners, Speed Coming. Speed Coming is such a great broadcast.
Yeah, shout out to them for organizing this tournament and restreaming all of the matches.
Speed Coming known from lots of different tournaments, randomizers, a link to the past, previously many other any person that saw on tournaments. Definitely worth of follow.
Alright, I'm signing off now.
Samurai Man, I am still here, and don't forget, don't just go anywhere, because in approx